Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if you're watching the replay on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so that you can catch all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. If you're watching on my Facebook, on the live or on the replay, make sure you swing by my YouTube channel and get yourself subscribed. I have almost all of the monthly tarot scopes up, and the rest will be up within the next couple of days, so just get them whenever I can. So I did want to, before we dive into this week's energy and what to expect, I did want to highlight what's going on in my membership site. I love the stuff that I get to share in there, and I love the work that I get to do in there, and there's so many amazing souls in that group. And it's a place for me to teach. So I have classes, I have energy sessions, I have readings, I have all kinds of stuff up there. And what we have coming up this Friday, and it'll be available live or via the replay, is I call it the group sesh, right? So it basically is a group life coaching session. So we talk about what you guys want to talk about. So people bring the topics that they want to talk about. They bring the questions that they want to talk about, and we chat about it all. So I've only had one so far because my membership is relatively new, but it has been, it was just an awesome session. There was so much that we covered, and I really love the way that we can talk about the things that are going on for the group members and cover that. So if that's something that you're wanting to join, make sure you get yourself subscribed to my membership. It's only $9.99 a month, and that way you can join. And I also, the following week, will be having my energy and relationships class coming up, where we're talking all about how energy impacts relationships and the influence of energy within relationships. It might really help to set off a couple of light bulbs for you around what's been going on within the relationships in your life and the role that energy is playing. So anyway, that's enough about that. If you want to check that out, that's at claritybychristy.com. You can get all of the info there and decide if that is aligned for you. So let's talk about what we have going on with the energy this week. I think it's a little... There is an intensity. I mean, there's been an intensity, right? And I do feel like there is, if we're not mindful of it, definitely a lot of energy that is putting us into our heads, right? I think like on a soul level, and on a mental level also, we are exploring the possibilities, right? I think we're starting to open to new ideas, to new possibilities, and we're starting to envision things. We're starting to dream about things. And when I say envision things and dream about things, it might be things that you're excited about, but it also might be things that you're not excited about, things that you're worried about, right? I think there's a lot of capacity for us to go into both. So part of the message here is to focus on the things that you want to be thinking about, that you want to be dreaming about, the things that you want to call into your life, rather than letting this turn into a worry energy. So it can be a dreamer energy, or it can be a worry energy, and it's really up to you, or an overthinking energy. Okay, so try to redirect that back into the dreamer energy as best you can. Sorry guys, I'm seeing your comments. Hi everyone, I'm sorry, I see them going through, but sometimes I get distracted if I pay attention to them, so I'm not ignoring you, I promise. So anyway, see what I mean? So we are encouraged to consider the possibilities, because I think right now what's happening is that we are exploring all of the possibilities, and we're exploring what could go wrong, right? So maybe you have something that you're thinking about doing, or you've been thinking about doing, or you've started, or you're wanting to open to something new, but you're going into those thoughts of, well, what about this? Like, this is how it could go wrong. And this is, what about this possibility? And you're going into all of that worry energy about what could possibly go wrong. And the message that I got very, very clearly when I tuned into what I'm supposed to talk about today is to talk about exploring the idea of like, what if it works out? You know, what if things go better than you had planned? And to start to open to that idea and to start to open to that possibility, because we cannot allow ourselves to get too in that energy of worrying about what could go wrong. It's helpful to shift into what can go right. So take advantage of this energy, because if you can do that, you're really going to encourage these really beautiful visions and these really beautiful dreams, and really opening to the possibilities here. Okay, like I think that it's really important that we're opening our heart and our minds to new possibilities, even if it feels scary, even if it feels new or different or unexpected. Be open to that and let yourself explore. Again, what if it works out? What if it goes my way? What if this situation is going to be different, better in some way? Okay, so be open to that concept. I'm noticing like there's a butterfly that's flying to the window right here while I'm talking about that, right? So this is that, it's symbolic of that metamorphosis that's happening for us as a collective and each of us individually as well. We also have, so coming up on next Monday, so I think it's Monday, the 20th, we have the full moon coming up, okay? So this is going to be, again, this is a lot about our beliefs and a lot of stuff connected to the head that we have going on right now, right? So this full moon is really going to be challenging our beliefs. So again, I encourage you to open your mind and open your heart, because we're going to be asking ourselves, what is the truth and what is not the truth? And I think you're going to be finding that maybe some things that you have aligned with as truth are maybe not the truth, and things that you have believed are not the truth, you're going to be connecting with. So let yourself be open. Let yourself explore different ideas and what your truth is now here in this time, because maybe something that you've always believed just no longer connects for you or no longer aligns for you. So we have to allow ourselves to adjust. And I do feel like when I connect with what does this full moon bring with it, I think that it comes with that. I also see, I kept hearing the word when we got into mid-month, renegotiations, okay? So it's funny because next week, I noticed like that I have an appointment set up with my financial person, right? This is a good time to discuss renegotiations in regard to financial stuff. So if any of you are looking to make some changes financially, this is a good time to do that, especially because Mercury retrograde is coming on the 27th. That is not really usually the best time to start something new or things like that. So this is a good time. I put in my story, hustle this week, over the next week and a half or so, because Mercury retrograde is coming. So this is a good time for you to take care of all of those little things on your to-do list that you need to take care of. And when I say your to-do list, I mean your to-do list, by the way, not the to-do list that other people have for you. I feel like I need to say that. Okay, so what is important for you to take care of that's most aligned for you before we step into this Mercury retrograde energy that does tend to slow us down? We have a lot of other retrogrades happening, so we already have been sort of slowed down, but that will, I think, kind of at that point it'll be 6 planets in retrograde, and I think it's really going to slow us down. So that's going to be much more of a time of reflection. So what do you need to take care of before we get to the 27th? Okay. And so maybe there's financial stuff. I also see renegotiations in regard to relationships. We're doing a lot of relationship work right now. So this is a good time, again, before Mercury retrograde, where communication tends to be a little bit more challenging, to communicate what you need, what, and to listen, by the way, because communication is half listening as well, to listen to what the people in your world are also needing from you. And so this is a good time to renegotiate and come back to the table and decide what is it that's going to work for everybody here involved within this connection, within this relationship. So really explore that. The other thing that came through when I was connecting with the energy here, and I feel like I need to say this, I feel like somebody needs to hear this, God has a plan for you. And so some of this is trusting that God has a plan for you. Or if it's not God for you, the universe, whatever you want to call that, right? But there is a plan in place. And this is all happening for a reason. And it's all happening according to a divine plan. So when you're not sure what else to do, I say surrender it and trust that there is a bigger plan. There's a bigger process that we are all being supported by. And maybe like for some of you, you are feeling like you're doubting that plan or you're not understanding that plan. And sometimes we don't. Sometimes we never do while we're here on this planet. But if we can align with and connect with the energy that God has a plan for us, there's so much peace, there's so much understanding, and there's so much trust in the knowing that whatever is meant for you will never pass you by, and it will always develop for you in exactly the right timing. The last thing that came through was interesting, kind of, I think. So they said, alchemize the challenges that are showing up for you. Alchemize, I love that word. Okay, so notice the challenges that are showing up for you over the next week. This is a chance to break free of habits, to break free of the ways that you have handled things in the past. So this is not a time to repeat past mistakes. So if you're even thinking about that, don't, okay? This is a time to instead alchemize it, to instead approach it in a different way, and through that process, to heal something, to release karma, to change the trajectory of the energy. So think about doing things differently. Think about focusing on, how do I heal this? Okay, yes, this is showing up for me. Yes, this is hard. What do I need to heal this? What do I need to alchemize this into something positive, powerful, into something that's going to make me better? So those are the channeled messages that I have for you. And then let's take a look at the cards that I pulled. So the first card that I pulled, not even at all surprised, the Four of Swords. Okay, so the Four of Swords is connected with rest, with relaxation. This is a very retrograde energy, right? So I do, again, like I said, we have been sort of slowed down. And so this is also about healing. And I've said this before, I feel like this whole year is about us doing a lot of healing. So what needs to be healed? What do you need to be focusing on? How can you get yourself into this place of healing? So taking that time and space and making it a priority to make sure that you are doing that. We also have, and these two came out together, so we have the Three of Swords and we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, okay? To me, this is about following your heart. This is about listening to your heart, okay? And not listening to all of the crap around, all of everybody else's opinions, what everybody else thinks you should do. This is about following your heart. This is about honoring that, okay? And this is about asking. The Ten of Cups, when it's upright, is such an amazing energy. It's a happy family. It's happy relationships in your life. It's just feeling like you have these beautiful, amazing things that you have wanted to manifest into your world, right? It looks really happy, right? And so the question is, where am I denying my Ten of Cups? Where am I denying that to myself? Whether it's through self-sabotage, whether it's through thoughts that I need to rethink and re-explore, where am I, whether it's through, like, I need to set some boundaries, or I need to honor my heart, I need to just listen to my heart. Where am I keeping myself blocked from this Ten of Cups? And I think if you can ask that question, I think some important answers will come through. We also have the Ten of Swords. See what I mean with swords typically represent for me thoughts and thinking. So our thoughts and our thinking really bringing us to a point where we are feeling pinned down, where we are feeling really stuck, right? But the Ten of Swords for me is also an ending. So this is... it's like mentally some things are coming to a head, and we're going to be able to understand things on a deeper level. I have Corey asking about a new job, but Corey, I'm not doing individual readings. This is a reading for the collective. So you're here, so maybe there are messages here for you. These are messages for everyone. Then we have the Emperor card. Okay, this is for me all about checking the things off your list before Mercury retrograde. What do you need to take care of? What do you need to get in order? No, that's okay. You don't have to apologize. I just wanted to explain what this reading is. Thank you for being here. So the Emperor, taking care of that. But this is also about honoring and owning our power. Okay, so where do you need to honor your power? Where do you need to own your power? Where do you need to step into a leadership role even? You know, the Emperor is incredibly powerful. In fact, he is the king of all kings in the tarot. So really thinking about how can I step into a leadership role? So maybe Corey, for you, you're asking about a new job. If that's allowing you to step into more of a leadership role or to challenge yourself in some way, I would say yes. I would say go for it, right? Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is a little bit of the energy is moving a little bit slower than I would like it to, right? She is watching this grow. I think I pulled this last week too. She is watching this grow, and she's watching it grow kind of impatiently. This is saying be patient, trust the process. It is moving, it is coming, and we need to just trust the process. And just because she's frustrated that this isn't moving as quickly as she would like it to, she needs to continue to give whatever it is that she's growing what it needs. Give it water, give it sunlight. Continue to put your energy into the thing, even if it's not moving as quickly as possible. If you feel it, if it feels right for you, if you're drawn to it, if it's the path that you want, keep nurturing it, because it ultimately is going to pay off. Just maybe more in divine timing, more so than your own timing. Okay? So the last cards, and these two came up together as well. So we have the Fool card and we have the Chariot card. Okay, so this is like a message of go for it. So again, Corey is asking about applying to a new job. Go for it, Corey. These cards are my go for it cards. This is about starting on a new journey with the Fool card. Trusting that the universe is going to catch you. So for some of you, you may feel called to start a new journey, or to step into something new, or to go for it, or to take a leap of faith. And then this Chariot card is just further supporting that, saying go forward with it. But this is about movement, right? This is about action. This is about going for it. So don't just talk about it, be about it, right? Don't just talk about it, do it. This is the time to take action. This is the time to get it done, because again, as we get toward the end of the month, I think the energy is going to feel even slower, and you'll be really glad that you went for it and that you took care of it. So those are your messages for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys like this video, I always appreciate a like or a heart below. I always like to hear from you in comments. If you want to learn more about my membership, that is at claritybychristy.com. If you want to learn more about my services or about me, you can check that out at discoverawakening.com. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Take care, and I will see you soon.